Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Jonathan David here. On my channel we talk about everything personal finance and investing related to achieve your goal of financial independence, retire early, or FIRE. In this video I want to talk about retirement and what it would take a typical 67-year-old to reach 10 times their salary and what you need to save by what age. 67 is roughly the age that most people consider they want to be retired at the latest. Now, if you follow my channel, we are going to be striving to beat that by a lot. We don't retire at 67. We want to retire when we're in our 40s, in our 50s, earlier if we can. But this is going to show, if you're to follow what the average American thinks of retiring at 67, what it would take. To get started, there's some important facts to know. 1 in 3 Americans have less than $5,000 in the bank according to Fidelity. Additionally, 1 in 5 have nothing saved. So the goals and steps I'm trying to tell you to save by what age are really motivating to even retire at all. You have to save in order to retire, and 67 is better than not being able to retire at all. So you may ask, all right, so if we need to save 10 times our salary by 67, what would it take to get 1 times your salary saved? Where should you be to be on that path? Now keep in mind, a lot of these assumptions are assuming you're contributing into an employer 401k plan, something that you're putting in 15% of your income and more if need be. And granted, these numbers, these are rough guidelines. If you're able to invest more and save more, you can definitely speed this up or play catch up. So if you're in your 20s or whatnot and you're able to meet these milestones earlier, you can retire before you're 67. Likewise, if you're in your late 30s, 40s, 50s, it'll show you what goals you need to get and how much more you need to invest to reach this goal of retiring at 67. So what I have here is a list of multiples of your salary that you should have saved, and I'm going to go through what ages that is commonly thought to reach this age of retirement. So at 1 times your average salary, this is having your 1 year saved up. You should reach this goal when you're 30. A lot of people, they may go, holy cow, when you look at the average salary for a 30-year-old, it could be, it could be 40,000, it could be 50,000, it could be even more. So if you want to maintain your quality of life, you need to have your 1 times your salary at 30 years old. To keep going on our path to having 10 times the salary saved by 67, you should reach your next goal of having 3 times your salary saved when you are 40. So if we take an example, if you're making $40,000 a year, if we go back at 30 years old, you should have $40,000 saved up. Similarly, at 40 years old, you should have $120,000 saved up, and this will be in your investment accounts, right? Moving on, when you are at the point of saving 6 times your salary in order to be on pace, you should hit that at roughly 50 years old. In doing the math, that is going to be $240K saved up in your 401k, Roth IRA, what have you. At 8 times your salary, you should hit that when you're 60. And this will be, 8 times 40, it's going to be $320K. And 10 times is when you're going to hit it at 67 based on saving at a modest rate of like 15% or so. And this should be 10 times 40, it's going to be your 400K saved up. Now keep in mind, on this channel, we want to reach financial independence, retire early, and I'll go through on how we should be even more aggressive than these goals. I will explain the concept of 4%, which is really you want to have 25 times your annual expenses saved so you can be financially independent. However, these guidelines here are showing how much you should save, assuming you have a salary of $40,000 in order to retire by 67 with 10,000 or 10 times your salary saved, which should be enough of your salary to last you into retirement and to live off of at the same quality of life. So I hope this video has found it to be helpful, and that you find some information here and kind of give you a sense of the importance of saving at each one of these milestones. If you haven't started, please start. If you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll be discussing more of these topics in the future. With that, I appreciate it, and thanks for coming.